Oh yeah, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. You guys are looking sharp, amigos. It's been a little bit of time since I last uploaded. I'll tell you what I've been up to. This is gonna be a longer video in terms of just showing you kind of practice and stuff. I don't do this very often, and I figured why not? Why not just put it up and we could kind of evaluate my hack. So what I've been doing lately is going to class. I'm taking a class a couple of times a week, so I'm having to go to Los Angeles a lot. And let's see, what else am I doing? I've also been, I think I've looked at 15, maybe 16 homes. Most recently, I have put an offer on a few homes, I think 3 or 4 homes. The first 3 I was beat out by somebody else. I didn't have enough money, they required cash, and I didn't want to pay in full in cash. And then another home, a single mom picked it up. It was a nice home that was right down the street from my house, which would have been perfect. But it was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And it was gonna rent for about $900. So that's okay, I don't mind losing that. And I ended up putting an offer on a 3-bedroom, 1 bath home that has a tenant in it at the moment. I'm okay if the tenant stays. That's what I was interested in doing from the beginning of the year. So, and yeah, just a lot of travel. I've been taking a class 1 day a week. And then I've had a lot of audition. I went to Warner Brothers this last week for a major audition in person. Went to San Francisco the week before. Traveling a lot. I am going to sign up for a tournament very soon. Hoping that I will be able to videotape that tournament. I'll walk the course. And let's take a look at the old hack, my amigos. Oh yeah, how you guys doing? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, this is something I've been doing for a long time, is just trying to drop my hands up at the top right there. You can see I'm trying to delay it so that I don't curl over into my baseball swing. You know, and I've been doing this for years. I will pursue this technique for a while, and then I realized that years and years of baseball is tough to make my body forget, so I kind of abbreviate my swing, but then I'll go back to it again because I think it's just a slow process, because there's fibers in my hands and in my muscles and in my body that have to be stretched out to a limit. But there's no way to push that limit, you know, within a couple of weeks or months. So it's just something that's going to take more time to do. You know, I'm pretty patient. One of the disciplines that I must learn is patience, and I've done a really good job of doing that within the last year, I would say. At the moment, I haven't practiced short game in probably about 3 weeks now. I'll go out and play 8, 9 holes, and I'll shoot like 4 over. But the reason being is that I'm leaving myself 20 feet away from the pins, because I'm, you know, experimenting with my swing. So I'll hit it a ways away from the pin and then 3-putt. Not a lot of birdies. I'm not giving myself the greatest opportunity for birdies because of stuff like this. I'm just experimenting. Trying to flatten out the swing again. This is something I've been doing for a long time. I abandoned it for a while, and now that I'm not competing, it's a perfect time. I like that right there. I like what I see right there. And for a long time, my swing just didn't take it because it's not supposed to. I mean, how can I make it forget the things that I practiced for 30 years, you know, as a baseball player? Not going to happen. But I'm really happy with my progress. I've opened up the club face to allow a little bit more, the club to slide under a little bit better, and that has helped. I am not hooking the ball. That is one major thing that I was doing for about 2 years. And I've almost rid my swing of the hooks. And the way I did it was I just opened up the club face and I flattened the club up at the top a little bit more. Now, it hasn't taken, it'll be a while, but yeah, all this looks pretty good. You'll see towards the end of this video, it starts to get really sharp. So this is my 54-degree wedge right here. 12 bounce Cleveland. Once I start struggling or I feel that the fundamentals are a little bit sloppy, I will go and grab my pitching wedge, which is what I did here. And what that allows me to do is to slow down my swing so that my tempo is the priority, because it's a pitching wedge going probably about 70 yards. These shots right here are about 70 yards. And so, you know, obviously with my 48 degree, which is my pitching wedge, it's more than enough. And what that makes me do is it makes me slow down a little bit more and control my rhythm a little bit better. And my swing going down, going through the ball is a lot more measured, which allows me to really feel and see what it is that I'm doing wrong. So I try not to hit it over the pin, and usually I can get it short, which is great because it just really controls. You know, it's kind of like the speedometer of a car if you think about it. I'm going up to maybe, what would you say? The top of the club is going up to, I don't know, maybe the 50? Yeah, I would say that's about 50 right there. That's 40 right there, right? So it really makes me control it, and that's what's great. I don't have to take a full hack. It's a more measured shot. I am just rambling. Oh, rambler over here. Let me just shut up and we can just watch for a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm hitting on average about 250. Today I hit 400 balls. Probably more than 400, maybe about 410. I went through 4 buckets. I switched my locations a little bit. This is a 90-yard shot right here, approximately. And I'm using, that is my pitching wedge right there. I open up the club face, flatten it out, because I'm trying to encourage a flatter swing. And then I'm also trying to fade the ball a little bit. So I want to rid myself of the hooks, and for the most part we've done that. So yeah, I've been hitting about 250 balls on average per day for about maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, it's a deep beta phase. Deep beta phase. Just trying to figure out things where I'll go out and play and it doesn't bother me how I hit the ball. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean as much as, oh, is it starting to feel comfortable? Is it starting to take the way I want it to take? And I would say yes, definitely. This looks good right here. I like this. Yeah, I like that. Nice and coiled up. It's measured. Sometimes I'll grab my 9-iron. That may be my 9-iron for, 95 yards. That really makes me take my swing back a lot. As a matter of fact, that is my 9-iron. No wonder it's so smooth. Because I'm just slowing down. I could tell it's my 9-iron because that's an Aerotech shaft. So I'm really slowing it down, and it's no wonder that I really like this swing right here. Because I've slowed it down so much that it accentuates everything that I'm doing wrong. Because it doesn't take so much to get it to the pin. Okay, and this is back to my pitching wedge here. Yeah, this is definitely my pitching wedge. Maybe my 54, but I think it's my pitching wedge. Which is more than enough to get it to, 90 yards as well. But the 9-iron really accentuates it. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it for the most part. There's little things that are just not going to go away. But really solid practice. Enjoying it a lot. I don't feel very creative whenever I'm drilling like this either. I will go to, like in my chores, I'll just try to clean up my kitchen. I try to get my invoices out of the way. I try to book a lot, but I don't try to be too creative because it really does require a lot of creative juices whenever you're drilling like this. We don't realize how much RAM we take out of our minds whenever we're trying to be creative or whenever we're focused on one specific task. And that task at the moment happens to be, how am I fixing my swing? How's this swing going? Evaluating the hack. Okay, so this here is my pitching wedge again. I like the sound of these right here. These are very aggressive. I think that's it, guys. That's it. Thanks so much. Please comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Doesn't matter what you think about my swing because this is just a deep beta phase at the moment. I'm just practicing, trying to iron stuff out, trying to play with stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in, my breakouts. Everything is fantastic. I'm telling you, it's just great. I hope everything is great for you guys. And thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, yeah.